Breaking news, a live look right now, a rescue effort in St. Augustine where you can see firefighters and zoo biologists are working to save a manatee that was stranded in shallow water. In the last 5 or 10 minutes, we watched them get that manatee upright. It was upside down. They put the canvas under it, and now, John, they're preparing to take on that task of moving this heavy animal into some deeper water.
Yeah, the manatee can weigh, anywhere to between 800 and more than 1,000 pounds. So this is a big lift that's going to happen. You can see there's deeper water just to the right there of your screen. So that is clearly where they're trying to take it. They've got the big straps underneath the animal. Then they have the canvas under all of that as well. This is near Ocean Avenue and San Marco Avenue here. Again, this is near the Fountain of Youth there, if you're familiar with that part of town. And again, low tide is, obviously part of the problem here. There it goes, right there to a little bit deeper water. Obviously, the manatee's not going to be able to move too far from this, but if they can get it just a little deeper, it might be able to swim out. Yeah. And water will, low tide was, Mike, about an hour ago.
High tide's about 11:30 tonight.
All right, so it's going to be a long time before that's all completely underwater, but clearly the water's rising now, which is a good thing.
And let's get out to our Lorena Inkland. She's watching this live. That's a look from her camera out there. And Lorena, tell us about that view from where you are.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I got briefed by FWC, and they're telling me they're not sure if this animal is a male or a female, but a Good Samaritan spotted it here and called it in. And what you're looking at right now is a group of about 10 people. It's really amazing what they've been able to do. This is really a team effort. They've been keeping the animal wet. They've been pouring water on it. The first crew to arrive was the St. Augustine Police Department. An officer went right out to the manatee on this oyster bed and was pouring water on it. It flipped itself over after the water was being poured on it, and so they waited for more crews to get here to try to determine if the animal was in any kind of hurt or anything like that. They do believe the animal will survive. That's the good news. They think at this point that it beached itself. This is in manatee. This is during mating season right now, and a lot of times I'm told by FWC that the females will beach themselves to get away from the males, although they're not sure the gender of this animal just yet, but that's what they believe happened. And then a lot of times they're able to sort of wiggle themselves out and get back into the water. But in this case, as you can see, there's an oyster bed here, so it was difficult for this manatee to do that this time and causing all that trouble and getting stuck there, in this case. But this is, according to FWC, it is common. They've done this quite a few times, as you can imagine, to try to help manatees when they're stuck in this situation. But again, it's mating season, and it's very possible that this manatee sort of came to this area to get away from males, if it is indeed a female. They've actually put a tracking device on it. They checked it to see if it had already a tracking device, because sometimes they will track manatees just to keep tabs on them and that kind of thing. It did not have one. They have put one on the manatee at this point, and they also took photos of the manatee to try to compare any of the scars that it has to any other manatees that have been photographed to see if they can identify it. But as you can see, an amazing effort. They were successful in putting the manatee in some deeper water here, and as you can see, as some of the crew members make their way over the oyster bed, you can see they're all muddied up and everything. It's been a long effort. They've been out here for hours trying to help this poor manatee that was stuck here over this oyster bed. I'm going to talk to FWC one more time to get another update, and I'll keep you guys posted. For now, reporting live in St. Augustine, Lorena Inkland, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
Maybe not the first ever live rescue of a manatee on television, but it's got to be one of the few. And you can see the St. Augustine Fire Department, they brought in the big muscle to make this happen. And you saw it there while Lorena was talking, the manatee, you could see the wake of the manatee as it swam off. And can you really blame her trying to escape the other manatees there? They're going to stay there. We'll see if one of these firefighters will talk to us real quick, but we'll give it a few more seconds here. But again, great work for everybody there. And we'll check back with her a little bit later.